the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA. Now, I got this idea for this video from watching Penn Teller's bullshit, and I think I did a video like this before, but I thought I'd do another video. Now, many of you know that I like eating the flesh of animals. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm an omnivore. I eat everything under the sun. I eat plants, I eat animals. If you can cook it, I'll eat it, except for a few different exceptions in vegetables, because I don't like vegetables. Vegetables, woo! But the Animal Liberation Front and the ALF and People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals go beyond such a point that it makes me so crazy, because the Animal Liberation Front are people who firebomb research facilities. And I don't think they've done this recently, but I mean their principles are out of whack. That they value animal life above human life. Now, I'm not saying that abusing animals is fine. I'm saying I'm the farthest thing from that. But these guys, these people in the Animal Liberation Front and PETA, both say that you can't have pets, you can't test things on animals, you can't do this, you can't do that. Now, given the moral choice between killing every single type of one animal to save a human, I would do that. Because I am a human. It's self-preservation. But I wouldn't feel good about killing every animal to save a human life. I would not feel good about any of that. I would still feel guilty about killing animals to save my own ass. Because that's just not the person I am. But I'd still do it to save someone else's life. And that's what Penn and Teller say, is that they would kill every monkey in, I think, Africa to save one heroin addict who has AIDS. And I follow their principles with that. But I mean, the ALF are so far out of whack with their priorities. Bombing animal testing facilities because you think that they're torturing the animals. Testing on animals is one of the steps before you test it on humans. You can't go straight from making a drug to testing it on humans. You got to see what effects it might have, because we're generally similar with the animals that they test it on. You got to see what reactions they might have to sort of project what kind of effects it might have on a human. But I never really got PETA. I'm not one of those people that say vegetarians are dumb. I don't say that. I've never said that. But I ascribe to eating meat and eating plants because I'm an omnivore. I'm not just a plain carnivore, and I'm not a herbivore. I'm an omnivore. I just don't get how you can really value. I mean, I had a dog, and I still miss her, even though it's been like almost a year since she died. But I mean, that's because she was so close to me. But PETA doesn't want you to have animals. It doesn't want you to go fish. It doesn't want you to do all the fine things that you do. And I'm not against all animal rights organizations. I mean, the ASPCA is a very good organization because they try and stamp out human brutality that is going on, but it doesn't. It does not say that stopping this, but we got to stop everything else in the spectrum. That's not their philosophy. They say we're gonna stop this because it is appalling and horrible. But they're not gonna say you can't have a pet. They try and get people to adopt pets, and I say that to everybody who watches this video. Go, and if you can, go get a pet from a shelter. Because if you can do that, it's the right thing to do. Because many of those animals were abused, and they deserve a better home. And if I ever do get another dog that will marvel my dog that I had, I would get one from a shelter, because that's the kind of person I am. And someone in the video, the Ted Nugent bullshit episode of PETA, someone actually said that violence and non-violence are not moral principles, they're tactics. But non-violence and violence are moral principles, because if you view violence as a way to a means, that's your moral principle on trying to get your agenda caused. But I mean, Mahatma Gandhi used non-violence and he still got his. That was his moral principle, to not use violence, to stand in the way of the police, to get in the way of something. But those are moral principles. And my moral principle that I ascribe to is I'm a non-violent person. But that does not mean that I don't play violent video games. That means I play violent video games, but because I don't want to go out and commit real violence. And I would never, ever in the history of my life ever hurt an animal just for the sheer fun of it. I would never do that. And I don't find hitting animals fun. Michael Vick is that kind of asshole. It's just that I don't get PETA how PETA can be so extreme in its views of total animal liberation. And they make a good point of that in the Penn and Teller bullshit episode, with the whole animal liberation and extrapolating that out to what would happen and the consequences and stuff, and they do a good job of that. But PETA I would respect PETA more if they weren't in league with groups like the ALF, violent groups, and I would respect them more if they actually said it's okay to have pets, but they say you can have pets, don't have pets. And the biggest fucking hypocrite of PETA is Mary Beth Sweetland, who is a friend and member of PETA, who survives by insulin that was made by animal testing. And she actually says that she doesn't think she's a hypocrite for doing that, because I need my life to help the life of animals. But PETA is a hypocritical group. I'm not saying that the people in PETA are hypocritical, but PETA as a group is hypocritical. And there are good people in PETA, just like there are good people in every other hypocritical group. There's good people everywhere. But people with the right thing in their heart, with their hearts in the right place, their mind should be in the right place. But most times the heart is in the right place, but their mind is being manipulated. I'm RezenatorZen. The People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals is a crazy group. The Animal Liberation Front is a crazy group. And both need to tone down whatever they're doing now. But I mean, I haven't heard anything about them lately, so maybe they have toned down what they're doing ever since the Control episode. But I don't know. Maybe they're doing covert breaking out of animals, and the police don't report it. I don't know. Peace, love, harmony, and PETA is out of their fucking mind. The principles of PETA are out of their minds, but the people are not out of their minds. Their hearts are in the place. Peace out.